Hey YouTube, in this video I'm going to be doing a deck profile on my Raizer deck. So Raizers are probably the best deck in the format right now, and they'll continue to be a strong deck for a pretty long time, well into the Limit Break era. And I just wanted to show my take on the deck. So I'm one of the few guys that's actually running crits in Raizers, and that probably will surprise a couple people, but I have been able to win games where I dealt the guy 3 and they just didn't have that second perfect guard in their hand. And they couldn't come back. I mean, it gets over 6 damage heals pretty easily when you can crit for 3 or 4 damage. And I have crit somebody for 4 damage once. Took him from 2 to 6 straight up because he didn't have the... He healed on the previous turn from 3 to 2, and then I got double crit and just luck sack. I mean, it happens. I'm not saying that it's a consistent thing, but hey, it helps you. It helps speed the game up, and it helps not take as long on these matchups. So, I mean, I'm all about like speed dueling, get those matches in, get those wins in. But yeah, so if you want to run 9 draw, go ahead and run 9 draw. I think my deck is a little bit more spicy. But anyway, this is the build. You can see I got like, I never played Nova in, I mean, I played them like 4 times. I think I had like 4 or 5 wins with them. Back when set 1 was the thing, when Asura Kaiser. I mean, you can see I only have like 2 Asura Kaiser. But I managed to pull like 4 perfect Raizers on day 1 when they first came out, so I was like, okay, we're gonna be playing Raizers. So the deck was super easy for me to build. I didn't have to do anything. I basically just pulled everything from the packs, and they gave me like 4 Brutal Jacks as well. So, but I was running the 4, but I put Kirara back in, just because I'm not running the 9 draw, so I want some extra draw power. So I put Kirara in. I see a lot of people running the Unflipper, but I don't think it's needed. I mean, you can see here, like, I did 76 wins with the Raizer deck, and that's, you know, it's pretty easy, and 66 on Bermuda Triangle. So those are the 2 decks that I climbed Legend on, Bermuda and Raizer. Let's go to the deck itself. And where's it at? Alright. So, well, you guys see it on the left there. We'll just go over the cards. So, Perfect Raizer, 4 of is a must-have for the deck to actually work. You basically want to max all the Raizers. I mean, the only Raizer that you could potentially not max out is Custom, the Grade 1. Raizer Custom. You could run 3 of these, and that would allow you to run like a second Death Army guy, because Death Army guys is a really, really good booster, but it's not necessary. I mean, 4 of this is just go for 4 of these. It's just really good to have all Raizers just for max consistency. So yeah, but just run all the Raizers that you've got, and then for the other grade 3s, if you don't have Asura Kaiser, you can just instead you'll run Gold Rutile. Same thing for Cosmo Lord, you'd run Gold Rutile over him if you didn't have him. But Metal Droid is still the best heal trigger for the deck. It's very, very good in the mirror matches to be able to swing at, you know, either an enemy Perfect Raizer with no booster behind him, or an Asura Kaiser, or, you know, anything. He can like run over an Overlord without a booster for Counterblast 1. So he's just really, really good. Lion Heat in here over Gold Rutile, because Lion Heat's effect works on Rearguard Circle. I mean, he can do that dream combo. You know, like swing with something, kill that interceptor, then he swings Vanguard with a boost behind him. He hits Counterblast 2, restand that other rear guard, so it's standing. It's like it's usually like Brutal Jack or something, and then that column's ready to go at the Vanguard, and then the Vanguard your Vanguard hasn't even attacked yet. So I feel like he's really good. In fact, I might actually, I mean, I was considering taking out Cosmo Lord and running 3 Lion Heat. That was one edition of the deck that I had built at one point, but I put Cosmo Lord in because he can do some pretty interesting plays. He can hit some interesting numbers if needed. So yeah, so 4 Perfect Raizer, 1 of the Lion Heat, 4 Metal Droid, 2 Cosmo Lord, and 2 Asura Kaiser. Basically, if you have more Asura Kaiser, for every Asura Kaiser you have, you take out Lion Heat, and then you start taking out this guy, Cosmo Lord. But that's the grade 3s. Grade 2s, you gotta run 4 Trans Raizer. It's just so much free, so much plus. It's just self-explanatory. Same thing with high-powered Raizer Custom. 4 of is required. With Battle Raizer behind him, he hits some really good numbers. And then for the remaining cards, you just run whatever you have that's good. Like, if you want, you could run like 4 Brutal Jack. I mean, 4 Brutal Jack is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. But I opted for a little bit more draw power, so I could drop him, put Kirara. Could do something like 3 Jack and 2 Kirara, or you know, like one, you know, like 2 or 3, or maybe all Kirara or something like that. It's really up to you how you want to play the deck. I put Kirara in here mainly because I don't have 9 draws, so I still have draw power. That's still pretty good. And then, of course, for the grade 1s, you're going to run 4 of both of the Raizers. This card especially comes in pretty clutch, Burst Raizer. I have 1 game, it's because I've had to make him counterblast 3 or 4 times to get to 11 or 10, depending on what the enemy's Vanguard is, and swing with him with no booster to try to force the PG out of the hand, and then Perfect Raizer goes in for the kill. So stuff like that is really good. Then 4 PG, and then the last spot for me, I chose Death Army Guy because he's a really good booster that restands, so you can effectively, you know, with Lion Heat, you can do some interesting things with this. But you could run Tough Boy, it doesn't really matter, that last grade 1 slot, or Claydol Mechanic, and then Battle Raizer is the starter. So that's basically the deck. It works whether you do 9 draw or 4 crit 5 draw. With Kirara, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you like this, with this being a critical trigger, just seems a little bit more intimidating, I feel, and you have enough draw power, and you run all the Raizers at max copies, so I would say if you don't have 4 perfect Raizers, then yeah, then I would say run more draws. But if you have, like this, 4 of every single Raizer that's currently available, then you can afford to run some crits because, hey man, like triple crit, double crit, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Alright, so I'll go ahead and end the video there. Hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. Let me know your thoughts on Raizers. I still think they're the best deck in the game right now. They pretty much punch away to victory all the time. I keep calling this guy, it's like Gundam Epion with a Falcon Punch from Super Smash Brothers. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that deck profile, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.